Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to the Stylus League Saturday edition, episode 88. Mike Thompson, welcome to a brand new guest. I'm going to hold on. Before I tell you who the guest is, let me give you the mission statement for the show if you're new to the show. We are Bradley every month, and I get together either with just he and I, or sometimes the Super Friends, or sometimes we have a dope guest on, and we will start a project, get a theme, and go from 0 to 60 in 4 weeks, usually as close as we can. And we'd love to have you along for the ride. So we have the one and only Dope Pope joining us. And with that being said, let's start the show.
It's the Stylus League. Mike and B pitching the pen, making pictures ascend to the highest ring. The league. Raul running the scheme. Tune into the program and wide receive. Yeah, we dropping these seeds. Art over everything. Drive the dream.
What's up, fellas?
Yahoo!
Yo, what's up?
It's a me.
It's a me.
Raul. Hey. I shouldn't have spoiled. Hold on a second. Wait. Okay. So
he just wiped up.
wait. We have a secret guest for you guys.
It never
We have a
happened.
secret
It never
guest.
happened. That
You didn't see. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. No. We got the one and only Pope. We have the Pope of Greenwich Village. The Dope Pope is with us today.
The Pope of Dope.
Pope of Dope. What's up, Joe? How you doing?
How's it going, Joe?
Good. It's going good.
Yeah. All right.
They call him High Energy Joe on the block.
Yeah. There we go. Electric. Just hit us with that electricity.
I almost made it come out of Bradley's nose. That was the plan.
For the short amount of time that I've gotten to know Dope, that's not it.
That's not it.
No. What's
Hey,
good,
guys.
fellas?
Guy.
Well, thank you guys for joining. Hey, thank you to the audience here for being patient with us for skipping a week. We know we weren't able to stream last week, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the interview. We did have the interview with Joe debut at the exact same time we were streaming. I was in the chat. We did one of those premiere things. It was an interesting experience. Thank you for all who showed up. Let's go ahead and get this show on the road. So, as Mike mentioned, every month there's a theme that goes out there, and the team has a month to sculpt one of their prized characters or creatures, and we would like you guys to sculpt along with us. I don't know if did we send anything out?
I did.
Bradley?
I did yesterday. So you can
All right.
announce it.
Do you want to go ahead and do the announcement with the sculpt one?
So sure. So for everyone who is subscribed to our Discord, you were notified yesterday that we have started our Stylus League challenge. So for the next 2 months, you have the ability to enter by creating a Doom themed sculpture or drawing or whatever you want to enter to win a Dell workstation. Later this weekend, we do have a point system, a score system that we're going to put out to help everyone be able to identify how we will judge. But I will send that out on Sunday. But to get you started, you can start a Doom piece and submit it for our challenge. Ideally, we will have our next guest be able to help us select the winner for that. So we'll see how that goes. But you have 2 months to enter that. I believe the deadline is June 8th.
June 8th. All right. Great. Thank you, Bradley. Thank you for taking us home on that. And this month's theme, as Bradley and Mike both mentioned, is Doom. So normally I would go around and go, hey, where are we starting, right? And what we're trying to get done. So let's go ahead and do.
Why don't we say hi to our guest? I don't know that he's been able to say anything.
No, I thought he said hi.
Right.
I mean, he said hi, and that's it.
He said hi.
I said
All
hi.
right, so
What else do you want from me?
That's
I mean, come
I
on.
want it everything. I want it all.
You want
Hey,
it all,
Raul's
right?
doing Dope a favor right now. All right, Dope wants to work.
So
we-
listen, Joe, remember our deal from before the show. If Bradley called you by your first moniker, all bets are off. No, I said we don't call him Dope.
We
Call him
don't
Dope, or we call him Joe.
We call him
I'm
Joe.
sorry.
Is that what we're doing right now?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I have no preference. You guys can
You have
call
no
me whatever you want.
Okay.
Joe, Dope, or Pope is fine with me.
King
Or-
of Monsters.
or the
I'm calling you
Dope
King of
Pope.
Monsters from here on out. King of
There you go,
Monsters.
the King of Monsters. Nice.
Yeah, we'll have a drinking game for the Patreon members. So
Nice.
all right. So
on a Saturday morning, good
yeah,
start.
on a Saturday morning, get that Irish cream out. All right. Well, we do have special guests, Joe Dope Pope. Thank you for joining us. If you guys haven't already done so, after the stream, go check out that interview. It is a great one. I'm very sad Joe hasn't seen it because he doesn't want to look at his own face. But
As I stare at my own face.
yeah, as he stares at his own face right now. So, guys, let's start off with Bradley. Bradley, what are we? What Doom character are we or monster are we doing?
I'm doing this one. You know, it really spoke to me. This is
It really called your name.
Really spoke to me. This is Hell Knight. And there's different iterations over time that they've done, but
I like the first one. Can you?
Yeah. Can we see that? Can we see that first one again? I need the high res detail. There you go.
Yeah. This one in particular spoke to me, and I think I'm gonna do this one. But I'm gonna do
it's brave to start with Z spheres with this exact model. That's good, man. I'm looking.
He looks like he's on a dance floor to me. Is that crazy?
Yeah, real
Doing a
talk.
little jig.
Yeah, he's doing something.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to dance in this town.
Yeah, no dancing in this town.
There's no dancing in this town.
There you go.
Are you gonna capture that
I'm gonna do.
pixelization?
Yeah. Like I don't know what I'm gonna get. Like I'm gonna try to get his face, but I don't know where I'm gonna go with it. So I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Nice.
There's a lot there.
Let's see that Z sphere goodness.
Yeah, where are we starting?
So so I'm gonna challenge myself. I want to like quickly get into like at least getting it like when you squint your eyes, you see the thing. So this is where I'm at with Z spheres, and hopefully I can get out of Z spheres like fairly soon.
All right. Hey, are you basing this on any one iteration of the? So like I know
there's so many there's so many that they've changed over time. So I don't know. It's gonna be a mashup of all the things. For whatever reason, like the Doom 3, I really like the way it is in Doom 3, but they kind of changed them in Doom 2016, and then they kind of went back to them in Doom Eternal. So we'll see. I don't know yet.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you, Bradley. Looking forward to that. Right. So then what's the plan for today outside of just kind of blocking it out?
That's the plan, to block it out.
All right, cool. Glad we did this.
Nice.
All right, great. Thank you, Bradley. Mike, why don't you go next?
All right, cool. So I after talking to Joe, we decided that there's a concept artist, senior concept artist at that's working on Doom, actually. If I can get my screen to switch over here. His name is Alex Palma. And very, very dope work. Is it on my screen now? I'm sorry. I think
it is. Yes, we're watching.
All right, cool. Yeah, so Alex, amazing concept artist, does fresh work. Shout out to Dope Pope for putting me on to Alex, because I'm sure I've seen his stuff, but I just didn't know who he was.
And we actually reached out to him and got his permission, and he's happy to allow us to use his artwork.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm gonna reach out to him also and see if he wants to do a collabo, because I want to use this arm for my trap jaw. This arm is everything.
Oh, that trap jaw.
This arm is everything, son. So maybe after the don't do that. Maybe after the show, I'll see if he's down for a little collabo action. I decided to go with this guy right here. This is super fresh to me, and I watched The Thing yesterday on Netflix again, the prequel. So I'm all down for this. And so, like Bradley, what I did was I started I started a Z-sphere kind of model, dude. And this is what I got so far. So if I turn on the adaptive skin, you can see that it's starting to come together a little bit.
Yeah, it's starting to take some shape.
Yeah. So the great thing about these Z-spheres is they're super fast, man. Super fast. So I wanna get started and get sculpting. So that's it. That's it for me.
Is this a design that ever made it into a game? I'm trying to remember if I've ever seen it.
I believe this is his personal work, but it's just so fresh to me. Like he's got a lot of really cool pieces, like really, really cool pieces. So this is one that I love, but I don't think I could do this in the amount of time we need.
Oh, yeah, that one's crazy.
Yeah. And I just noticed on mine that his face is down here. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's the good stuff right there.
Yeah, this is what's up. So anyway, all right, let's go to our guest, see what Joe is thinking about.
All right, Joe, what you got, brother?
Can you see that?
Sure can.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm also doing an Alex Palmer piece because when I discovered his work, every single piece he had inspired me to sculpt. Like anything I looked at made me want to jump into ZBrush and start mushing forms around, just to mimic what I saw, or just go crazy based on that jumping point. But so I picked this two-bodied sea creature. Have it prominently displayed so I can see it. I don't have many angles of it, so I'm gonna have to interpret what's behind and under and all that good stuff. So I picked out a lot of ref. Let me get that off the screen. So you can see I just picked out some natural ref of like crabs, lobsters, mantis shrimps, or horseshoe crabs, whatever I could find that had that detail that I was looking for. Whether I'm going to copy it or not is irrelevant. It's just inspiration, visual oomph that I need to drive me in the direction that I want to go. I might not use it. It's just there if I need it. And this is basically how I set up for any job. I just surround myself with stuff that I need to look at or want to look at while I'm working. So this is basically the setup, and now I'm going to just start with a sphere in ZBrush. It's just
so the other gentlemen have a head start, huh?
It seems they also their approach is Z spheres. I never use Z spheres, so this is gonna look terrible for a little while. It's gonna look like, why didn't you just use Z spheres so you can get a better product result really fast? But again, I've never really took to them for some reason, and now you get to watch how I do it.
Nice.
All right.
Joe's going straight from sphere.
Yeah, there you go. So, gentlemen, with that being said, pencils down. Let's go ahead and get to work. Although it looks like you guys already started. You guys didn't wait for the signal.
All this talking.
Yeah.
No, that was Bradley. That was Bradley. I didn't do that. That was Bradley.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay.
No.
I don't know. I watched the interview with Joe. Joe, I know that is going to be the exact monster you want it to be in about 15-20 minutes, because that is legit what you do, like pressure cook models. So I'm excited to see what you come out with at the end of this stream.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, for a little bit, you're gonna wonder if I even know how to sculpt.
That's how I do it every time we do it. So we're good.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get to a couple of the pieces of chat here. So we got Fred on stream. He says, "Hey Ram." I don't even see Ram on here, so I don't know why.
Ram's in there. He's in there.
Ram was he was the very.
He's always the first in the building, man.
Well, why isn't that not showing? Like Ram's first comment's actually not here.
Let me show it to you. There it is.
It's at the top. It's the first one.
Very top.
Yeah, I can take a screenshot. It's not there for me for some reason.
Oh no, it's cool. It's cool.
Hey Ram.
Hey Ram.
Hey Ram. How you doing, bud? Jamie, back home and ready for another great stream. Hey,
how was your trip, Jamie? I knew you went on vacation.
Yeah, he was out in Europe, right?
I think so. I don't know.
It looked Europe-y. The image looked Europe-y. Gus says, hello, pals. What's up, Gus? How you doing?
Yes.
Fred saying, let's go. And Rob Ruiz says, here for it and excited. What's up, Rob? Welcome to the stream. Gus is saying, hey guys, SL challenge, baby.
Mm-hmm.
We also have Mini Chicks in the house. Hey, Mini Chicks, how you doing? 3D Manic says, hey, everybody, first time watching live. Love your work, guys. 3D, welcome to the stream and welcome to the league. Jamie's saying, looking forward to the challenge. Gonna have to try the game so I can get an idea of what to do. I'm actually really excited about this challenge because it's the first one that I'm involved with and kind of taking a look around. And you guys have been killing it in the Discord. If you're not already a member of the Discord, there should be a link in the description of the live stream right now, so you can.
Can you generate a new one? Because sometimes over time, I'm not 100% sure if that one's still active, even though I set it for like never to expire.
I'm gonna pop one in
sometime.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop one into chat here in a second.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and do that. But then we need to like periodically change it in the actual description itself. So we'll do that.
Yeah.
Guys, you can also let us know if it's expired. Let's see. Jamie says no sub D required for your one, Bradley.
Everything sub D. Everything.
Gus is saying Bradley is going pixel art. Yeah, I would love to see you do the pixel arted version of that.
And I should
Bradley.
open up Photoshop.
Should have started with Z cubes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh.
Z spheres, Z cubes.
Yep. Cube it up, brother. Cube it up. We do have root. Is that Roots Carvajo? I'm sorry if I butchered that. You can't win them all. Rob says, "Whoa, that art is ridiculous." I think he's referring to the concept artist that some of you guys are working off of.
Yeah, definitely give him a follow. He deserves it, and his work is super inspiring.
You know what we should have done? We should have put a link to his work in the description. If you guys will send me his art station, I'll make sure to do that on stream.
And thank you, Alex, for letting us.
Yeah, thank you, Alex.
Absolutely.
Do this. It's very kind of you. Some people wouldn't like it, you know.
Arkham says, "Good morning, guys. What's up, Arkham?" And we also have Sparky Face on. Hey, Sparky. We got the great Marikat. Hi, guys. Is the Morty necklace back? I think it is.
Oh my God, he wore it.
He got the bling on. He got the bling. Oh, he's going. Hold on. If you're gonna do it.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, haters. Eat it.
Why?
Yeah. You know why.
Why?
You know why.
Hey, he was exonerated.
Yeah, he was, and his whole career was destroyed over.
Destroyed. they laid waste to his career, much like they're trying to do to my man Jonathan Major. Shout out to Jonathan Major. Stay strong, bro. I don't believe any of that.
That's unfortunate too.
Yeah.
No matter how you look at it, that's a tough blow to Marvel right there.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw what was going on with them. What's happening? What's happening to Zeitgeist?
Nothing good.
Over Jonathan Major.
Nothing good. Yeah.
All right. Good. AKA Google that on my own time.
Maybe turn on the internet someday.
Yeah. Get out of my cave is what I'm being told. All right. Jamie's asking, what are you working on, Raul? So, Jamie, I always have to wait a couple of streams before I get my design out there. I don't like embarrassing the guys. So I always wait a little bit before I put something out. So just be patient. Something will come out.
Have you guys ever seen this? It tells me I don't have any subdivisions to delete. However, when I try to use ZModeler, it says that I have subdivisions.
Are you still in Prevo? Did you make adaptive skin?
I did. Did I not select it?
It doesn't look like it's adaptive. There you go.
Yeah, well,
There you
forget
go.
it. Never mind.
I'm here all week.
Oh, geez.
Oh, jeez.
That's what we're gonna do, right? That's what we.
Yeah, that was a problem. The student has become the master over there. Young Bradley just put me in my place.
I would never want. I wouldn't want to do that.
No.
I wouldn't want it either. Thanks.
That's not how you're supposed to answer that. That's not how you're supposed to answer that.
Yeah. Mike's like, I don't want that either. Like, doesn't everybody want their pupil to exceed their capabilities?
That is not how you're supposed to answer that.
I always want you to be the student. Always. Is that wrong? Is that not how teachers are supposed to be?
That is not how that is supposed to be.
That was the plan.
Mike's sitting there like, wait. Where's my shadow? I need you back in that thing. I need you back in that thing.
I don't want you better than me. That's crazy.
Oh, so Jamie says, thanks guys. Great break in what is that? Cairngorms in Aviemore. Is that like all those things. That's probably somewhere in Asia, I'm sure. We have Roots says, hi guys, there's gonna be my first challenge with you. Great theme, can't wait.
Nice.
Yeah, if you're not already a part of the Discord, go ahead and join. Like I said, I'm going to drop a link to the Discord in the chat here in a second. So just make sure that you join the Discord so that you can participate in the challenge. And Roos also says, don't worry, Raul. They can't say my name correct in my own country. You didn't do that bad. Thank you. I appreciate it. We have Shepan on the stream. Finally caught the stream. Nice. Hey, Shepan. Welcome back to the stream, brother. All right. So Doom. What led to the decision for Doom, Dope?
It wasn't so much about Doom as it was just about loving this guy's artwork. I had no idea.
Okay.
He just so happens to work on Doom, which, of course he does. But yeah, but I realized that the actual images of the pencil drawings that I was so excited by they were his personal stuff, which obviously can be like just dropped right into Doom and it'll fit right in. So he's just so good at what he does that of course they use him for Doom and anything that would require nightmarish looking creatures like this. So I just this is why I'm just addicted to ArtStation and looking for stuff like this at all times, because we just perpetuate each other's inspiration and goals in artwork. When I look at his stuff, it just makes me want to be better at what I do, and hopefully vice versa, and hopefully this just goes circular around every artist that's on there and everywhere else. I'm starting to preach.
No,
you're right.
Yeah,
you're right. That's how you know the art is good, man.
Oh,
if it makes you want to create yourself, then that's what's up.
But you don't even have to be that seasoned pro. I'm not only inspired by that. I definitely look at other artists that like amateurs or up and comers that are just good, or there's good in there somewhere if you know how to look at it and you can see like their strengths, even though it might still look a little amateur. I swear I find inspiration in some like really shitty art too, because I just see the idea they're going for or what they're really trying to achieve, and that inspires me as well. Like I see their struggle in their art, and it makes me want to just start sculpting, just by looking at what they're trying to do. So yeah, it doesn't have to be good artists.
I'll be making shitty art all week.
all week. He'll be here all week, guys. Joe, one thing that I had a question on editing the interview, because I saw that interview absolutely too many times as I got everything kind of put together. It sounded like there was a couple of places, a couple of times in your career where you felt kind of disenfranchised with the, art in general, and working on your own art. Can you talk us through that process and what made you never let go? Right? What made you continue? Because I'm sure there's a ton of artists right now in this stream who has hit a lull in their career, and or even in personal projects, right? Like they start doing something and they go, you know what, I'm just not good enough. So how do you get over that hump? Because I think that was one of the biggest things that I took away from that interview.
Interesting. That's a good question, because I know how I got out of that hump. There was that long stretch for a while where I just didn't create. I didn't draw. That was probably from like 2008 to 2013. That's a long time to not feel like an artist if that's what you want to do with yourself. I barely created anything. If I maybe I scribbled a piece here and there, I did a Photoshop of something or other. But yeah, I really kind of felt like I was drifting away from art. But then ZBrush got me back in, and just jumping right into ZBrush and trying to sculpt instead of draw. It made me feel like I discovered something new with art, and it felt rejuvenated. But if someone else is not fortunate enough to discover that thing, then yeah, you can have an art block, a creative block that goes on for way too long. It can be detrimental. So I just got lucky enough to have enough interest in ZBrush and enough desire to learn it. And once I did, I got addicted and never stopped. And here we are 10 years later, and I'm still doing it. So I definitely got lucky with that. But yeah, I mean, that was an awful time, and it was, I don't want to say I was depressed, but when it came to art, maybe I absolutely was. I just wasn't feeling it. I didn't feel like, I had no desire to get better. But then ZBrush came along and changed all that for me. So I guess for those who are struggling with that kind of thing, just keep, take it day by day and see whatever inspires you the most to, like, gives you that inkling that maybe you could get out of that and go in the right direction. Follow that path and stay on it as long as you can. Try new things, go new places, all that stuff. As cheesy as it sounds, it definitely will help in the long run. Because if you succumb to it, then there's no way out. You're just gonna stay there.
Yeah, you're saying grab onto the artist thread and just keep tugging on it, right?
Yeah, you have to. You mean, if you can't get out organically, then you're gonna have to force it. And lucky for me, I got out organically because ZBrush was enough of like a dangling carrot that I lunged for it. But if you don't get that carrot above your face, you're gonna have to deal with that somehow, and you force yourself out of it.
Yeah, that's great. No, I appreciate that, because again, I know that there's a lot of people at home watching this live or going to be catching this on the VOD that is hitting exactly that. I mean, it's extremely common when it comes to artists and art in general, regardless of what your craft is. So finding a way to get inspired and getting back into it, understanding that it is your passion, right? That's fantastic. Just knowing how to get back to it.
Yeah, I think I had that. I know that it's something that I want to do. Like, I knew that for years already. It's basically, I mean, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a special effects makeup artist for movies, but that's still in the art world, and it's still involving monsters. So I absolutely knew if my career is going to have something to do with this one way or the other. But if you're at that point in your life, you don't even know if art is what you want to do, that's even more of a struggle. And I never had to face that personally. Just know.
Awesome, man. No, again, thank you for that, and thank you for the inspiration. It's interesting because I've been seeing the comments on the interview Actually, one or two people have worked with you in the comments, which I thought was pretty interesting and great, and they have just great things to say. But a lot of people did mention that they took inspiration from that component of the interview, so I wanted to make sure to highlight it.
Yeah, I imagine it's a very common struggle. So yeah, that's cool. I mean, if anything I said is helpful or inspirational, then I'm super happy I did the interview for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and again, I mean that's a common struggle across the board, regardless of what your craft is. So,
yeah, absolutely. It doesn't just have to be an artist. It could be like this for just about anything.
So Gus asks, or I guess he doesn't ask, he says, Doom is a great theme for the challenge for me. I did play it back in 1995 when my father bought us his first PC. Good and nice memories back there. Awesome. Gus also says we don't have ZBrush back then. Old good painters do the trick. So we talking MS Paint? We doing MS Paint right now?
Shout out to the illustrators. Struggle is real.
Absolutely. Bradley, what are we working on right now?
I am going through the valley right now, just trying to get decent shapes. No.
My ZBrush has been acting very funny lately. Just like the most random crashes and strangest like weird glitches that I've never seen ZBrush do before. So I maybe it's getting old, senile.
Speaking of which, save your work.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is your computer plugged in, Joe? I'm sorry, I'm starting with all of my tech support tips. Is the computer plugged in? What are you working on right now, Mike? What you got going on?
Hold on one second. I just want to say this. Yeah, I am just kind of getting my mesh in order here, kind of removing some of these edge loops and adding edge loops so that when I divide this, it's going to be easy for me to sculpt on it. But yeah, it's just getting the forms in there.
I think my problem is I don't like the Z sphere mesh. Like
is that your only problem, Bradley?
Yeah. I'm going to Dynamesh this soon.
Sparky says, haha, yes, my ZBrush has been very weird lately too. Sparky, I feel like every other stream that's the case. Like something's broken with my ZBrush.
Mine was acting a little crazy this week, and I don't know if it was a Windows thing. Sometimes it's a Windows like update thing, but yeah, I was having some issues.
Yeah, it looks like Mini Chicks is also having an issue. She says, I thought it was just me, but my ZBrush got crazy temperamental since the last update. Crash after crash.
Are they on the current one or?
I am.
I believe Mini Chicks is.
How are you liking that latest update, Mike?
I like it. I mean, I haven't. So, full disclosure, I haven't had a whole lot of time to play with some of the new features. Yeah. But that's kind of always the case.
Yeah.
I think they're, as always, those guys are doing the Lord's work over there, dude.
Yeah, I agree. And some of the new stuff is actually very useful, and I can't wait to get involved with it.
Yeah, agreed.
That proxy pose stuff that looks very interesting.
So that's going to be great for the people who don't keep a low res mesh. Like that's actually really dope. but I try to keep something that's kind of clean and low. So like, and Bradley does as well. So I know for us, that's not our favorite feature, but that Bradley, what's the video that Pav showed?
Oh, the 3D drop. Yeah, that's
that looks fresh.
Yeah, that looks good. So both of those things are going to be extremely useful for like 3D printing, because I know for a fact when I get my final OBJ or STL that I'm ready to like hand off to my printer, but then at the last second, it's got to have some changes.
Yeah.
But I don't want to have to Z remesh and then project all the detail back on, and then and by default lose like a fraction of the detail. And it's
why not?
Clone, you lose something in that process. So like to have like just making it an OBJ, you lose something. So like have to go back and Z remesh it, dynamesh it, and just to do that one simple change is a nightmare. And I think this solves that problem. And another thing is like when you have to, a lot of times I want to just add one little high density detail to a decimated mesh. And I don't want to have to Z remesh this thing, add subdivisions just so I could add a logo on the foot. That drop 3D, boom, takes care of that problem. So all of that is very friendly for 3D printing stuff.
Yeah, it's very dope. But my question to you though, brother, why aren't you using Sculptris Pro for that? When you already have something decimated and you just want to go in and touch a certain area without messing up stuff, like that's Sculptris Pro all day long. Man.
Yeah, you're right about that. I just haven't taken the Sculptris Pro, but I'm aware it does that. I don't know. It's not. I don't use tessellation in my work.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I love it for 3D prints, man.
Yeah. You should definitely maybe school me on that, because maybe I'm struggling with something that I shouldn't be.
Yeah, so. It's not hard. Once you start using that, you're not going to want to go back.
I hate when ZBrush does this stuff. What did I find?
Now, Joe, do you play any games, man? If you do, what's your favorite game of all time, and what are you currently playing?
I'm currently playing Resident Evil 4, but I just beat it, so I guess I'm playing through it again. The remake that just came out. I'm going through it on a harder level, but it's so much harder. So I don't want a brain aneurysm, so I just kind of chilled out with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no patience for difficult. I just want to play the game and enjoy stuff and take inspiration from it and kill zombies. But I love zombie games, so I'm a big fan of Dying Light. I'm a huge fan of the Dead Island.
Yeah.
I love Dead Rising. I loved anything with zombies in it. I'm pretty much gonna be all over it. Not everything, but those open world ones I love for sure. So I'm like always back on Dying Light 2, which is always coming out with like some DLC, and they have challenges all the time. So even when you like put it down for a month, you find out there's a new event, so you just launch it and you play it. And it's good therapy for me to go and just take it. So
it's good therapy to be scared. Okay. Right.
I don't scare easy.
No, that's Bradley say. Yeah.
Giving your work, I understand. I'm the only one dealing with your fears.
He's the only grown man that has that problem.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, let's lean into it, bro. It's all good.
But Joe, where's your zombie cut? I'm doing air quotes, right? So because I don't actually consider the zombies, doing air quotes, in Resident Evil 4 or frankly The Last of Us to be zombies, because they're technically the people are still alive.
Well,
right?
in Resident Evil, it depends on which one you're playing. This Resident Evil 4.
No, 4. I mean specifically 4. I mean specifically.
They're not zombies. They're infested with parasites.
Parasite, yeah.
So, and the same thing with Last of Us, infected with mushrooms. But essentially, they're the same thing, because they are just like lumbering humanoid figures that don't take to bullets and just want to eat you. So it's in terms of the mechanics of it and what you're dealing with in the fight, it's the same.
It's the same thing. Okay, you're saying, Raul, stop with the semantics. Like they're zombies. That's awesome. So you would say then Dying Light 2 was your favorite game of all time?
Dying Light 1 is probably one of my favorites, and Dead Island 1 and 2.
I love Dead Island.
2 is coming out in 2 weeks. But
So Dying Light 2, I just picked it up. You guys can get it free on Epic Game Store this week. So pick it up this week. The definitive Dying Light Part 1.
Yeah, that's a great game. That's one of my favorites. It's a crazy ride.
Do I need the Epic Store installed for me to play it? I don't want to install that on my computer.
Why? You have all the other stuff. Don't you have BattleNet and all that other stuff on there?
Yeah, I do. It's just I just don't want another thing in the background constantly running. But
I feel you.
But yeah. Okay. No, yeah, and they have Dead Island 2 coming out in a couple of months. Is it coming out?
It's like coming out in 2 weeks, I think. It's like the end of this month.
I don't think Dead Island 1 got enough credit.
I kind of agree, even though it was a successful game, but it was I agree. I think it gets a lot of negative feedback, and it's unnecessary. I thoroughly enjoy that game. I can always go back to it and know what I'm in for, and know I'm going to enjoy myself.
Yeah, I mean the criticism to it is that it's so campy. I'm like, yeah, but that was kind of the point.
Yeah,
right? The point was for it to be campy, like an old horror movie. It was just so good. Like, I really enjoyed Dead Island 1. Dying Light 1 I started, but I didn't really I guess I didn't mesh with it. I didn't like the nighttime mechanic.
That was actually really scary, the nighttime.
Yeah, that's scary. I don't like that part. That's why I didn't play Left 4 Dead, because I was like, yo, that whole night thing.
Not doing it. Not about that, huh?
No, that's where I'm with Bradley. Like, nope.
I'm not much of a guy like an online game with multiplayer. So Left 4 Dead required you to play with 3 other friends, and that was kind of fun. But I don't like. Usually, I'm gaming and I can't involve other people.
Yeah.
So I'd rather do the solo campaigns and stuff.
That's similar to, what is it, Back 4 Blood?
Well, Back 4 Blood was like the sequel of Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, it was a spiritual successor.
Basically the same stuff.
Yeah, a spiritual successor.
I did not play that one, though.
Believe it or not, Bradley started playing that with me. He didn't finish. But he started with me.
Did not.
Last of Us 1 and 2. I definitely love those 2 games.
So the with no spoilers to 2, how did you feel about the pacing in part 2?
I genuinely loved part 2. I mean, there were story points that I didn't care for, but I mean, in terms of the gameplay, I was in love. I mean, that game really immerses you in that world. I was loving every minute of that game.
So my main issue isn't even with the story. It isn't with any of the beats. It's the pacing. It's the fact that you get midway through the game and then you basically start over.
It did seem a little long at points. I was saying to myself, really, we're still going.
We're still here, right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, really, yeah, exactly. but at the same time, I'm like, for the money you're spending, it's weird to get mad that a game is too long.
Well, if they meshed the stories a little bit better, I think I would have had a better time. So as opposed to going through it all as one character and then running through it again as another character, if they did day 1 as one character, then redid day 1 as the other character, I think I would have felt a little bit better about the pacing.
Yeah, I can understand that for sure.
Yeah, because they basically leave you on a dumb cliffhanger that you don't get back to for another 10 hours. Right?
Yeah, I kind of, now that I think about it.
Yeah, how did you like the show, Joe?
I really enjoyed the show. That was a good watch. I was enthusiastic every week about what I was going to see the next week, and that's a good show to me. If I'm looking forward to something a week in advance, that's a good show.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're in the golden age now of video game adaptations.
Yeah, they did a great job of adapting it. I still really do think it should have been 2 seasons instead of 1.
I agree.
For the first game.
I agree.
And I think they rushed through a lot of stuff, but what they did show was on point.
I think the reason they did that was because they didn't know whether or not they'd get renewed, so they wanted to tell that whole story.
Sure. But now,
yeah. I think part 2 they're alluding to will likely be 2 or 3 seasons long, which makes sense, right? It was a much longer game anyway, so
yeah, but I don't know, but kind of. I mean, I don't even really know how they're gonna do part 2. I don't know spoilers, but like that's really gonna throw a monkey wrench in what people love about the show.
Yep.
So the same thing it did for what people love about the game. So how are they gonna do that? Never mind stretch it out 3 seasons. So
they said they have no intention on changing the story either.
That's ballsy. They're just gonna drag it out. They're gonna drag the hell out is what they're gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah, when I heard that, your exact reaction was my reaction. I'm like, ooh, that's ballsy. I mean, I guess we can. Wouldn't be how I would do it, but okay, let's see how it goes. Right? All right. Bradley, did you do anything over the weekend?
Let me ask Mike a question on his stuff.
Go ahead.
Some good, Mike. Let me see. Turn around. Yeah.
That's very cool, Mike.
I mean, it's it'll get there. Thanks though.
I'm just interested when you're gonna put how you're gonna do majority of the shapes before you put that little face in.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'll probably do the face as a separate thing and then just kind of push it in.
I think
I'm getting ready to get on to the anatomy now.
Mike, did you watch the thing purposely because you knew you'd be working on something weird like that, or did
no? Well, it's weird. It was kind of serendipity because I was like, I love the thing, and I was reading in Google on my Google feed. They were like, hey, people are really watching the thing on Netflix this week or whatever, and I was like, oh yeah, let me watch that again. But I really, huh?
You got that in your Google feed too, man. Google is like
they
everybody, bro.
I
got it too.
I don't love that. Yeah, I don't love that. But yes, that's exactly what happened.
I didn't even know about that movie until it showed up on my Google feed, telling me that everyone's watching it on Netflix.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And it's probably. I hope it's not because of what we're doing this week, but I wouldn't put it past them.
Oh man. Yeah, so many times we talk about something and then I see it show up on YouTube like within an hour of me mentioning it.
Right.
That's so creepy to me. That's totally listening to what you're saying.
Totally. Yeah. I think I was looking at
like your shit too. Like that has no business showing up in your feed that fast.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, given what I do for a living, I like it, but I understand why everybody's terrified.
I was joking. I wasn't really going to do that. Why is this giving me steps?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was on Lowe's looking at like home products yesterday, and then now all in my feed is like Lowe's, like the thing I'm looking
Another question. Mike, did you so you're using Sculptures Pro now? Because I think I'm going to do the similar process, but you duplicated your original one before you started using Sculptures Pro.
I should have. The original looks like this. So I mean, I guess I still have my groups. You know what I mean? So I could still kind of Z-remesh with my groups here. But yeah. I probably should duplicate. I normally do. There you go. Oops, that's not what I wanted. This is going to be a fun one, man. I like this design.
I can't say I've ever seen you do like a horrible looking monster like this.
I'm trying to think.
I'm sure you're gonna nail it. I mean, if you can do the other stuff, you can do this.
No doubt.
Well,
Yeah,
but
I don't know. This stuff,
No.
this kind of stuff leaves so much room for like you can screw up entire sections of things, and no one is the wiser because who's to say it's wrong? It's a monster, you know. Anything that
Exactly.
looks off is exactly how it's supposed to look.
That's
So,
true.
but when you're doing like human beings and superheroes,
Uh-huh.
you can't. There's no wiggle room for screwing up. Like, and
Yeah.
your stuff looks so pro. But yeah. I mean, but that said, a lot of times some people who are good at one thing really can't do another thing, and you'd be surprised at how bad.
I'm talking about
that Guyver looks great, Bradley.
Oh,
Yeah, no, that does look good.
That looks fantastic.
Yeah, that final render was crazy, dude.
Yeah. And Joe, did you see Mike's death from Judge Dredd, the 2000 AD?
Yes.
Yeah.
Insane, man. Just anything he does blows my mind.
Oh, thanks, bro.
It's been like that for years, man. I actually remember one of the very first times that I commented on a piece of mine on Instagram, and I was like, "Oh my god, this guy's talking to me."
That's funny.
He speaks to me.
I feel like that every time I reach out to someone and they're nice back. I feel the same way. So I'm with you, bro.
Awesome. Yeah.
I'm surprised people actually talk to us. It's nice.
I would say for the most part, like most artists are genuinely nice people and happy to hear your comments and be happy to talk to you about anything. And, you know, it's just probably more so like, you know, reaching out to people that you respect and admire is actually a really good thing for anyone trying to progress in this field, because that intimidation factor is real and it can really cripple you and paralyze you in one spot. And it will stop you from like ever learning or just becoming social with people that could matter in your field. So like if you really just break through that and just reach out to people just to say like your work is great or ask them a question, sometimes they won't respond, but a lot of times and mostly they will, and they'll be happy to do so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Tony's on, friend of the channel. Hey, Tony. He says he's never nice though.
Yeah. Hey, some people aren't.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's only because what Tony does for a living.
Tony
They suck the nice right out of him.
On the face of the planet.
Highlighted you here, Bradley.
All right, I am going to.
So while you're building this out, Bradley, like what's the thought process? What's your process right now?
Don't F this up.
It's a good process.
It's generally a good, it's a good direction, I think.
Yep.
So because I need a lot of help in making sure I land where I want to land, I'm spending a little longer than I want on this base shape, but I think I'm going to go into Sculptures Pro now.
So, Bradley, can you share what the benefits of going into Sculptures Pro is?
Because it gives two shits about your topology, and it's an amazing thing. And also, let me do it now. I like to duplicate my tool, so if things go left, I can always go back to it. And the Sculptures Pro, I believe I have mine like on a key. I think it's G. 1 second, sorry. Cool. All right, so when you use Sculptures Pro, it does. You see, why isn't that working? Oh, there it is. Oh, took a second. So you see how it's like estimating all the geo?
Yeah.
And then it'll quickly get your
Were you gonna finish the sentence, Bradley?
That was it.
That's it. That's where we're gonna land.
I'm so sorry. I got so locked into what I'm doing.
Everybody's on the edge.
My bad.
Yeah.
I was like, what was I saying?
Things.
You're sending me your Venmo. No.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the credit card number again?
Yeah.
You already have it.
Last
That's
four.
actually true.
Oh, let me tell you about the little ADT dude that had his hustle yesterday. He had his hustle on.
How'd that go?
ADT dude hit me up and was like, hey, you got this nice new spot and everything, and if you go through me, we can give you all of this security stuff. Like it's a $1,000 value for nothing or whatever, right? So he goes, yeah, just need your date of birth, just need your last 4 of your social. I was like, oh, player, wait, what?
That's it?
Why do you need all that? I said, aren't you coming out to consult with me? He goes, yeah. I was like, why would I give you all that stuff? He's like, oh, that's why I only asked for the last 4. I'm like, I'm gonna pass. It's okay.
Yeah, hard pass. Either way, you did yourself a favor. There's absolutely no reason to pay and get locked into an 18-year contract with those folks, because that's what happens, right? They give you the hardware, and then they lock you in some godforsaken like long contract. So you actually dodged a bullet anyway.
My spot came with a bunch of Nest stuff. So what I might do is kind of combine that and like a different security thing. But yeah, I was like, yeah, dude, come on, what you doing?
Yeah, no gracias.
What's your mom's maiden name again? What'd you say it was? What's that?
Your bank account. Can we get all of the numbers?
Exactly.
What was the name of your first dog?
I can hear you typing on the dark web, dog. I'm not doing that. We're not going to do that.
No, we're not doing that today.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, Tony's saying, I thought the goal was not to F up. Says, just set up the ring cameras yourself, Mike. Ring cams, pepper spray, and big dog. I'm going to assume that says drone.
Okay.
But yeah, you get one of those motion activated like dog barking things. You're good to go.
That a thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely a thing. Someone rings the doorbell and all you get
I'm gonna get the filthy animal thing from Home Alone.
Yeah. That would be great. That should be. Can you change on the Ring doorbells? Can you change what those things sound like? Because
funny.
That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Guys, if you know if you can actually change that, drop that in the chat. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool.
Just be letting them know that you're not home.
Yeah, maybe don't tell them.
No, not if it's your default like ring, like it's no different than ringing someone's doorbell. It's kind of like
I don't think any self-respecting criminal is not going to get the Wet Bandits reference when they come to steal from you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, guys, we are at 11 o'clock. Do we want to do what's good?
We can. Dope Hope, you got a what's good?
Oh, you're going to just throw them into the deep end.
I definitely mentioned it before. It's Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Yeah.
That's what's good for me right now. I was really enjoying that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, it's got everything I need. It's like it has that element that just takes me out of the day and out of my worries and concerns, and I just get to kill creatures. But I'm staring at what I love to stare at that inspires me to do more work, which is like awesome creature design and just like cool visuals. So it's almost kind of necessary for me to stop what I'm doing and play that game just to keep my motivation moving forward and in the right direction. So what seems like a waste of time is not for me. It's all part of the game. It's all part of it, and it's absolutely as necessary as sitting down and working. So, win-win for me.
Much like my statues, these are for business expenses. These are for work.
100% they are. Especially if you work in toys, anything on your shelf is going to be a write-off, so to say.
It's true.
Yeah. Well, that That's why all of my clothes now is all Stylus League stuff. It's tax deductible. it's all tax deductible. Anything that's business related, baby. All right, Mike. What about you? What do you got?
Me?
You, little old you.
Let me think. Do I have anything?
I don't think so. Actually, we should have skipped you. Actually,
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, skip me.
Okay.
There's nothing good.
No, I got a new
nothing
house.
good.
I got a new house, you guys.
Yeah, congratulations, Mike. He
Thanks.
he got into a brand new home.
Yeah.
He
Hey.
still owes me a picture of the outside, though.
It's pretty cool. That's gotta be
Very-
pretty fun, no?
Very happy to
He's
not
been
have
working out of the trunk of his car.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and what everybody's always been seeing for a while is a green screen.
I have a cardboard box with like the freshest like electronics in it.
yeah.
No, I will tell you this. I can't wait to not pay rent and have to like pay more rent than my former mortgage, only to smell like the dankest weed every day I get up. So that will be nice. That'll be nice. A little too old for that.
When are you moving?
Soon. I gotta finish off my thing here
Your
first.
lease?
Yeah.
All right.
They didn't let me go softly into that gentle good night or whatever the hell
No.
that thing is. You want more money?
Always. Bradley, the music cut out.
Everybody's quiet, right? Is it there?
I don't know. Oh no, it actually stopped playing. Haha.
There it is. What about you, Bradley? What's good?
My what's good is that I finally finished my Guyver, and I'm so happy.
Yeah, you did.
So it's been a year in the making. So I posted it up. I was so like when I finally like posted it, I was like, I'm done. I have this process where I archive all my work that I complete on another hard drive, and I was so happy to move all of it away.
And that looks really good, brother.
Yeah, it does. So that turnaround, son.
But that's all textured in Substance.
Yes. This is
How you
the
liking
high
Substance?
poly
Yeah,
model.
I really like that render because it's just clean and no frills, and it shows all the detail that you sculpted.
Yep.
But then obviously the color render is just sick. But I do enjoy it when people showcase it with different materials, so you can see like what you can't see in one render just pops in another. And I like that stuff. Plus, it's just ballsy to show like what something looks like with no color, and the other way around. Yeah, that looks like a cool sculpt. You're definitely gonna get a great render from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you did a great job on that one, brother. Also, shout out to seeing your helmet displayed prominently in Dado's video earlier on.
Oh yeah, I forgot that happened too.
Yeah,
Thank you.
So Bradley's helmet was like the point of discussion for one of the.
Yeah, there was a Destiny reviewer did like a whole review thing on my helmet.
That's
It
dope.
was pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome stuff, man. Awesome stuff. Really excited for you.
Did they say it was terrible?
He did basically. He's like, I don't know. I don't know who modeled this, but it doesn't.
They never say anything bad about the models.
No, they never say nothing about the model. For me, I actually have two what's good. So I went to MegaCon with my daughter last weekend. That was a whole lot of fun. I love taking my daughter out to like Comic-Con, MegaCon, and any of the cons that I can take her to. And just seeing her light up with the people who are like dressed up and everything like that is amazing. So we really enjoyed that. And yesterday I went to go see a little thing.
Knew it. I knew it. All right.
I went to go see a little thing. It was
Dude, we're about to go see it at 2. My daughter woke up at 7:30 dressed to go to the movie. 7:30, bro. 7:30.
Dude.
She knocked on the door. She goes, "I'm ready to go to the movie." I'm like, "Baby, we're not going till 2."
What movie?
So I went to go see the Mario movie.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I was holding up the cup for everybody who's actually looking on stream, right? My dad. So I took my dad. One of the things that for me, right? My dad got a Super Nintendo in 1992, and when he got that Super Nintendo, he mentioned it changed my life. And you know, we always played Super Mario World together. He sat me down and taught me how to play. And so for him, it was like a really important thing that we would go see that movie together. Especially since I made him go see the original one. So
Like a camera on it.
Yeah, he definitely enjoyed this one a little bit more. The movie was amazing. I think if you've ever played any of the Mario games or anything like that, and you can catch the references, there's a lot of love that's popped into that movie. So
I plan to take a nap.
I don't think you're going to be able to. I think you're going to enjoy it.
You doubt my ability to take a nap.
I think you're gonna enjoy it, even if I know that you have an ability not to enjoy fun. I think you're gonna
maybe
like it.
Maybe just because it's 7:30 in the morning and he's sleepy.
No, now it's 11:07.
No.
We're East Coast.
No.
We're East Coast.
I have slept through many. Like I'm the dad that puts a little strap on my daughter's arm and on my arm. So if I fall asleep, you got to take both of us.
Yeah. Yeah, not
I'm
just
sure,
taking the one, right?
I'm sure the wife will be happy to hear that.
Yeah, excited, ecstatic, actually.
She's coming. She's coming with us. Just like,
Oh,
okay.
good. So you got a backup. Plan. No, again, if you've ever watched or played any of the games, it's amazing. Really, the amount of love that they put into it, the references from Mario's entire discography, if you will, is in there. So I highly recommend that people go out and watch it. It's a lot of fun.
Let me ask you this: was it as good as Detective Pikachu?
Better.
What?
Yeah, it was
He's
way
biased.
it was
Like
better.
he is a Mario like loyalist. All right.
I'm a Pokemon loyalist.
I love Pokemon.
Not more than Mario though. Mario came first. Mario's your first love.
So Mario did come first, but I would actually put Pokemon and Mario on the same plane if I had to. Right? Zelda always up top, but yeah.
And where exactly do the Dragon Balls land?
Hey, bro. That's me,
They
bro.
land
You're talking about
exactly
me.
where they're supposed to land. So it's just houses on says looking good, y'all. Tony hopped on, said the Stylus League's next prize is a room in Mike's new house.
I would have never said that.
That's not true.
That's
I'll
second
put
place
that out
in this
there.
competition.
Yeah. Yeah. Tony, don't
Airbnb.
manifest that into
Yeah.
being a
That's an
thing.
Airbnb in Mike's new spot.
It's like we go to court because we like, hey, y'all said I get a place at Mike's house.
Y'all said. Rob says stepped away for a little. Did we discuss Spider-Verse 2 trailer? Did they drop a trailer for the Spider-Verse?
Yeah,
They
2?
sure did. It was amazing.
I haven't seen
I
that.
did not see that.
Yeah,
Hence
but
the
they
rock that
did
I've
they
been
did
under.
that shit where they like showed way too much during the trailer, and
That's
I
why
think they're doing that.
Oh,
That's why I didn't
And I
watch
think
it.
they're doing that because there's another movie. Like this is only part one of their series.
okay. Okay, so don't go looking at
Yeah.
it then, because
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it anyway, right? Yeah, if I'm gonna watch
I
it
wish
anyway, don't worry about it.
I don't
What's
even
the
understand
release
what
date
the
on it?
point- I don't know. I think some point this year.
Not restaurant scene. Release date. Not Spider-Man. Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I
Probably,
thought
like,
they showed
November,
too
December?
much personally.
No, June.
Really?
June
June?
2nd, 2023 is what's
Oh,
being
they
listed right
feeling
now.
themselves like that? They want to be the same time that Guardians of the Galaxy is still out in the theater?
Oh, come on. They
Interesting.
gonna
Yeah, but Guardians comes out in May. Guardians will already be a couple weeks out before Spider-Verse comes out. Is this going to be a theatrical release?
Yeah.
Everything
Oh.
did.
That's interesting.
Did you see the first one?
I did,
Wait.
but I didn't think it was a theatrical release.
What?
talking
Dude,
about?
where you sound crazy right now.
So they released that in the movies. Okay.
That movie made crazy money, dude.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
I saw it in my boxers and I saw it in my drawers. So
You saw
Way
it.
more-
You saw it way late.
Way
Yeah.
more
Yeah,
information than we ever
I
needed on
I
that.
saw a whole lot. I could give
I
you
could've-
specs.
I could have died without
Lots of
knowing
specs.
that. But okay.
And Jamie says, your Guyver looks wicked, Bradley. Saw it on Insta. Awesome.
Thank you.
Joe Joba's on says hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hey, Joe Joba. Ivan says, finally made a stream. Loving to work, gents. Really excited to see more. Thank you, Ivan, and welcome to the league. Rude says, Bradley looks like me. He doesn't know how to act when receiving compliments. Poker face all the time.
I'm abused regularly
just how he
by
looks.
Mike.
That's just how he looks.
All day.
Mike abuses me on a regular, and
That's
it
what we
makes
like to
me
call
feel
resting Bradley
uncomfortable.
face.
Resting
How it
Bradley's
looks.
face.
That's how it looks.
RBF.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Rob says, and Flash is coming.
I'm definitely going to be there for Flash for sure. It's probably not a popular thing to say, but you know.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
you
movie's
guys
a
get
movie. People need to
you
calm
guys
down.
get mad at me for wearing the Morty ice. Just saying.
Hey,
We can change the
you're
subject
right.
now. It's
And
okay.
you're right.
It's okay.
And you're right.
It's okay.
And you're right. And you're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. So hey, so Mike, are you playing anything on your deck?
You're gonna be surprised when you hear what I plan. So I downloaded RE4 in or as they call it in my household, Resi 4
Resi.
remake, and I started playing it, and then I was like, "What the hell are you doing? This game looks too good to be playing on the Steam Deck." So
Okay,
I
right.
stopped, so I can play it on my PC, and I have been playing. I've been loving it too, man. The Pac-Man Championship Edition on
Hell
the
yeah,
Steam
man.
Deck is the
I
goat,
did
dude.
not see that coming.
Part one
Nah,
or part
I-
two? Part one or part two?
Part 2, I think, is the one I have. Whatever one it is dope. It's really dope. It's got that. So what was that first game like that where you're the PlayStation joint where everything was like exploding all over the place and you had the vector kind of graphics?
Geometry Wars.
Yes. Yeah, it scratches that Geometry Wars itch like crazy, but it still
Sure
feels.
does.
Yeah, it still feels like the old Pac-Man. Man, I love it. I love that game.
Yeah, Bradley knows that
Mighty
I do those
Mighty
arcade.
number 8. Like it wasn't
9.
Mighty number 9. Did you guys ever play that?
No.
I didn't, but I played Azure Striker Gunvolt with Mighty Number 9. So
Okay.
they did a 2D like mashup with it, and that was really good. If you like Mega Man style games. But that's cool. Yeah, I actually put out a feeler I was getting ready to get a 512 Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Over the weekend.
What'd you decide?
And my wife went, seriously? I was like, okay. I was like, all right. No, fine. I'll get the mug instead. StylusLeague.com.
Yeah, it could be either or. Man. It doesn't
What
have to be
happened?
either or.
Well, this mug was a journey to get, if you recall.
That's true.
It was a journey to get. So, but no, I think at this point, Bradley's probably right. I think I'm gonna wait for the Asus joint to come out.
Aw, boo.
I hear
Yeah.
you.
For real?
I'm tempted.
Whatever,
but
dude.
it-
Whatever.
It takes.
Wait, so wait, Mike, why are you hating? Why are you
I'm hating because everybody says they're going to come for the crown. Everybody's coming for the Steam Deck crown. There's already what's that other one that's out now that people are like,
Neo.
yeah, exactly. This is the iNeo. This is the Steam Deck killer. Steam
Hold
Deck killer.
Hold on. I know how to fix this. Mike, what's your favorite laptop right now?
Why are you asking me that?
Why you stopped him dead in his tracks? What?
Just
Why
him.
are you
Just him.
asking me that?
Is there a Strix laptop that you?
There's a Strix laptop that I maybe use every day that I enjoy a lot. Yeah, why are you asking me that? What's that have to do with
those
anything?
people that have a history of making mass production hardware, those people? Yeah.
Hey, the form factor is everything. Let's just see how it turns out. Let's just see what happens. It's not an easy thing fitting the power of the sun in the palm of your hand. Just saying.
Yeah, but if anybody can do it's really interesting. Like I'm looking at my PC right now. That's an Asus Strix motherboard with an Asus Strix GPU with an Asus, everything in this thing is in Asus Strix. So if anybody can build it and they can build it at cost, it's them, right?
I mean, yeah, but so the Steam Deck has a year on them. They have all the verified games, and they're working on verifying even more every day. So I'm just let's just see how it works out. If you guys get it and it's the killer, cool. I'm just saying a lot of people say that.
But
you hear that term, that verify world the word you have to use, you don't have to worry about that with the Strix.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah, because it's a Windows handheld. But also along those lines, the one thing that does concern me is price, because the Steam Deck can take a loss because Steam knows they're going to make it up in software sales, right? The Asus is a hardware company, so they're not going to make anything up in software, so they're going to price it to make money. It just makes sense, right?
I will tell you this. My Steam library has increased exponentially since I got the deck.
Yeah,
and I love being able to start something at home and then go and play it somewhere else. That's kind of fresh.
I wanted to be able to sit on a couch and play games and still spend time with my significant other, with my wife, as she watches the Great British Baking Show or whatever.
Hey, don't you talk about the British Baking Show? I love that show. Don't you talk about that show?
I just so that I could sit back and watch that with her, and I'm doing the air quotes when I say watch.
See, don't you do that? You do that.
Watch.
I'm a fan.
So, Joe, what are you working on right now, man? What's your process?
I'm still in very low res Dynamesh. Just trying to. I'm trying to do one head in symmetry, and then I'll just put it on each side because my creature is two-headed.
Okay, so you are human. All right, cool.
Cutting corners in time by creating one head and then duplicating it once it's looking pretty good. They don't look identical, so I'll make changes accordingly. But for the beginning stage, I'm making one head to duplicate.
Okay.
And I'm still in Dynamesh for everything. Basically, I won't be anywhere near adding subdivisions for a while. So, like I said, it's gonna look kind of whack until it looks good.
I love listening to all of the guests talk about their art on the first stream, All of you guys are always say, "Oh man, it looks bad now, guys. Don't worry, it'll be great." We know,
Yeah.
we know it's gonna be great.
No, but you know what?
amazing.
I don't even know if what I'm saying is true. It might not ever.
Yeah.
I'll know if it does look good. Then that's when it looks good because
That's when it
might
looks
not.
good.
Listen. Raphael was crapping on his piece for 3 weeks, and then the 4th week we looked at it. We're like, "Oh my god, dude,
Yeah.
what did you do? What have you done?
What have you done?
Just don't come on our show smoking us. That's all. You have one thing to do: don't make us look bad on our own show. That's it."
You gotta stop
Yeah.
picking guests like that. Then
Yeah.
Hey, I'm talking to you, son.
rap is definitely no joke.
So there's a question in stream. Jamie says, Joe, do you use Dynamesh up to a point and then remesh and project to get the detail back?
Absolutely, that's exactly what I do.
There you go.
Yeah, and I won't get to that point until it'll look like at one point it'll look like I already did that because I'll start adding detail that you would probably think don't add that, but I want to have as much detail as I can in the Dynamesh so that when I get this subdividing, that I know what it's going to look like. And now that's probably not the way you should do it, but it's just the way I do it. And then if it involves a crazy pose or if I still can't quite nail a pose, I'll go back and forth between Dynameshing and subdividing until I get to what I want, and then I'll commit to something. Because up until proxy pose, that's relatively new. But before that, you kind of need a low sub D version of the model to pose it. And if you're still working out pose or forms or attitude, it might not be good to have a high res Dynamesh. You kind of have to sub D down, go into T pose mesh, twist it around, and then come back out, and then Dynamesh it again. So yeah, there's times where I'm doing that back and forth for a long time to get what I want. I don't know if anybody else ever does that, but I find myself doing that often.
Do you do it that way too, Mike? Bradley?
Not so much with Dynamesh, but I do a lot of jumping. Same principle, jumping between Sculptors Pro and then ZRemesh. I do that a lot.
So you're Mike. You might be in sub D. You might be in subdivisions, and then you'll use Sculptors Pro to add some crazy detail, and then ZRemesh it, and then go right back into subdivisions. You don't
100%.
You're not in Dynamesh all that much.
No, I rarely use Dynamesh until maybe I'm working on cutting and keying and stuff. But yeah, the same principle, man. I'm doing the same thing that you're doing, except I'm doing it with Sculptors Pro.
Yeah.
Same deal.
There's no wrong way to do it. I mean, if your end result is good.
No. Yeah, as long as the end result is good. These are all tools to get they're all means to an end, right?
It's kind of a testament to Pixelogic that there is no wrong way to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, there's so many different workflows for different artists that all of their stuff just in the end just looks really, really cool. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And unless you're working in a house where pipeline and workflow is important and it's like mandatory to do it that way. If you're just doing your own thing, whatever it takes to get there is how it's done. Yeah, that's how
even
you do
in
it.
a studio, it's the same way. Like, like no one, like, however you get to the your high poly sculpt, like whatever you need to do to get there, you get there. Like I like we have people that do stuff in like Blender and everything's just like the modifiers, a lot of modifiers.
Oh
stuff.
wow, okay.
Like, yeah, dude, I've seen full blown armor sets that's just modified, not applied, like crazy. But like even like I think when you're doing games and stuff like that, it's the same way. Like a lot of your high poly, all the concepts, the sculpting stuff is all the same. You only get technical towards the end when it has to like go into a thing.
Yeah. Stepan says, while recent Nickel and Diming by Maxon has diminished my enthusiasm for ZBrush, I'm not gonna lie, these streams are the best commercial for the program at this point. They should be paying you for this. But he said,
Wait. Stefan. Who said that? Was that Stefan?
yeah, Stepan, yeah. He says because he actually wants to sculpt because of us.
Please copy and paste what you just said into the comments on the stream, please. Thank you so much. That's one of the nicest compliments ever.
Yeah.
Oh, look, we're gonna put it there. This is a short.
Yeah, exactly. That's the short.
As Stepan also says, Bradley out there making a tormentor.
Bradley's like, okay, I don't know what that is. But...
I don't know what that is. I thought I was making the. I guess I'm falling off. I thought I was making the Hell Knight, but I'll figure it out.
I thought I was just making a demon dude. Is that what his name is? Demon guy?
Demon guy. Big D.
Thank you for pointing out my shortcomings. I appreciate it.
Hey, not for nothing. Also amazing on the Steam Deck is Doom Eternal. I know people are probably over Doom Eternal, but that on the Steam Deck is dope.
Doom Eternal will work on an iPhone.
I keep going back.
This is what I don't like. Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's true. But look damn great doing it, yeah?
It's great on the freaking Steam Deck. Let me have that, please.
Yes, you're correct, Mike. You are correct. It looks
OS.
great.
Its engine is crazy.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think that's a testament to id versus the. But okay.
See, whatever, dude. I can't wait till you get your thing, and then I can talk shit about it because I will be talking shit about it.
Please do. Please do.
That's funny.
And I do enjoy their products, by the way.
By the way, thank you on Facebook. We do get some people on there. We have Roos Jr. Dropped us a like. Thank you. And guys, I think this is a good time to remind y'all, if you haven't already done so, go ahead and like the stream, share out to your friends, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, join the Discord because that's where the competition is going to be for the Sculpt Along. As a reminder for everybody who's watching right now, we have a Sculpt Along competition here with Doom being the theme. You're going to have 2 months to go ahead and do a sculpt and submit it. The official rules will be listed on the Discord, so go ahead and go check that out. Stepan threw out, the Tormentor is that new enemy in Destiny 2. It's that.
That's so sad that
yeah, you whipped that one. Yeah, he whipped that one.
Shout out to my man. Yeah, shout out to my man Dewey at work. Yeah. He created that. I remember when he was going through the sculpting process for that. Man, is like crazy.
Yeah, I think it's a cool character. It is definitely scary every time you hear that thing go run behind you, and then steals your light or darkness for a little bit. But yeah, I think it's a cool character. I've been on Destiny 2. Bradley, we need to do some content here soon.
Yeah, I need to play.
Yeah, we need to do some content. So, all right. But yeah, so Mike, you're saying Doom Eternal looks good. I've tried Doom Eternal probably about 3 times, and every time I go back to it, I get like 2 or 3 levels in, and then I go, I'm not feeling it.
I get motion sickness.
I only stop because I'm at a part where I cannot figure out how to get past it. There's like some wall you have to jump on and then climb up and then get to another wall, but I can never make it to that wall. And it's more of a platformer thing. Like the enemies are super fun to fight, man. But I can't figure this part out.
The fast moves make you a little queasy? No,
it makes me nauseous. Like legit. I play all sorts of games all the time. Wow. I think it's just too like everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why it doesn't affect me that way, but it doesn't.
Yeah, look, it looks like Stepan says, "Thank you. Doom gives me motion sickness as well."
Yeah.
Did you guys get the same thing when you were playing Mirror's Edge? Because I know people got sick from Mirror's Edge.
No, Doom, like whatever they do.
Dude, I play VR.
Okay.
I play games in VR, and I don't Like Doom Eternal gives me a headache, and Doom
That's crazy.
2016 didn't. I think it's a little bit slower.
All of them did it for me.
No, Doom 2016 I did a little bit better with. I did better with that one. But it doesn't help that my save keeps getting deleted too. Like every time I go back, I need to go back and start it all the way over. I'm like, I don't really want to do this.
Hey, Bradley helped me figure out. I was having a problem where I was feeling myself. I got almost to the end of Miles Morales playing it again, and and I lost my save somehow, and he helped me figure out how to get it back. So I was really upset, man.
Oh, I would have been too. Yeah. Wait, but were you playing Miles on the PS5 or on the Steam Deck?
So I never got a PS5. I'm done. I was talking to my boy yesterday who bought a PS5 recently, and there's no reason for me to get a console now, like a new next generation console.
Yeah, it's not with your PC.
Yeah, it just does everything I need. If I can figure out how to get this thing on my couch and watch it on my TV, then I'll really be good. But
your PC?
Yeah, and I know there's ways to do it, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. We'll talk after stream.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, man. Like I wouldn't buy a new. Like why buy a new console? Like for real, I can play with my controllers. That was the only thing that kept playing on PC.
Yeah. I forget you're a controller player.
I love controllers.
It's okay. I know we all make mistakes. It's fine.
Hey, whatever.
You're lucky. I love your mom.
Whoa,
she's great. I'll let her know.
Context is key.
Like lucky, I love your mom.
She's great. She's out in PR right now.
Oh, I hope she's doing great.
She's good. Okay, all right. So, but I want to see it in the chat because I'm really curious. If you guys are PC gamers, do you guys play on controller or keyboard and mouse and keyboard?
Yeah, I draw the line at you zealots that play with a keyboard and a mouse. Like I can't
I wouldn't say we don't make them mad, Mike. Don't do that. Like, come on. We don't go into their house and call them zealots. All right, that's not.
Sorry, that was a rough word. That was a rough word. I meant Raul.
What I will say is that if it's like an action game or something like that, I have to play it on controller. But if it's a first-person shooter, absolutely not. That is going to be keyboard and mouse all day.
Yeah, people say that. It's crazy to me. I can't see it.
I just got a PS5 like 3 weeks ago. I'm feeling it. Resident Evil did really well on it.
Yeah. What about fighting games?
I used
fighting
to
games
be
is
Street Fighter guy.
Yeah,
I was a big Street Fighter guy, but it's been years now.
Yeah,
a big Street Fighter guy with fighting sticks or
fighting sticks. Yeah.
No, I was just playing on consoles. I never had a PC at all or anything like that. I've never had a PC in my life.
You can use the fighting sticks on the console.
Oh, I'm aware of that. Yeah, I still don't use them though.
Okay. just wanted to make sure that wasn't the eliminator.
I remember spinning a grip on my Street Fighter fighting stick. Which one was it for? Maybe SF4. And
that's when that was really popular. Like
I remember playing it like twice, and then that was it. I don't even know where that thing is now.
Bradley was who convinced me to get sticks. He convinced me to get sticks for Blaze Blue.
Isn't it Blaze?
Could be Blaze. I've always called it Blaze Blue, but it could be Blaze. It's not necessarily an American game, so I don't think it's wrong either way.
That's the American way, everyone.
yeah. They think it's fine. Okay, so Stepan says, I play shooters on a controller, MMOs on keyboard and mouse. Okay. Strawberry King says, controller all the way. Welcome to the stream, Strawberry King. And I'm sorry. No,
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Bunch of heathens.
You got it right.
Bunch of heathens. Depends on the game. Fighting game, controller, shooters, keyboard and mouse. Thank you. Sparky says controller for the majority of the time. Brad Grotman, friend of the channel, says keyboard gamer here. If you can think of a better way to play Space Invaders, I'd like to hear it. And Stepan says, I blame Destiny 1 for my controller love.
Destiny's a very hard game to try to play keyboard and mouse with.
No, it's not. So Destiny is hard to break your because I face this, right? To break the your preconceived notions of the game. Once you break that muscle memory, and you can actually use keyboard and mouse. It's actually pretty good. Timothy Sellers says, what's the link to your Discord? Timothy, welcome to the league. And I'm dropping the link right now. I just happen to have it already on my clipboard. Stepan says, Space Invaders stick all the way, baby. I added the baby. I just felt like it went there.
I was thinking about maybe getting one of those. I was thinking about getting one of those not 1UP. Is it 1UP? Yeah, the 1UP arcade.
Yeah,
machine.
the arcade. Don't do it.
Really?
Yeah, you can actually build a. Build a better one
or whatever.
Yeah, you could build a Raspberry Pi for the same price that they sell those, and you can have all of your legal games on there.
I like the
How you did that?
I mean, dude, I grew up in the arcade. I love the idea of the console with the graphics and everything.
Yeah,
it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I've already shoved a lot of things into my office. But the one thing I wish I had just a little bit more room for is an arcade cabinet.
What would it be? You can only have one arcade game. Which one is it going to be?
Turtles in Time.
Wow.
Good choice.
Good
Good choice.
Literally nothing else.
Immediate.
Immediate Turtles in Time.
My aunt had Miss Pac-Man in her house, so I definitely played that.
There you go.
Okay.
What
so
about
that's
you,
the one
Mike?
you're going with, Pope?
No, I don't know. That's the one that I've experienced the most. But
Right.
I would probably want a Street Fighter, but to be honest, it needs to update every time a new one comes out because I'll get tired of the same one.
Yeah.
Okay. Bradley, how about you?
Mortal Kombat.
Which one?
Kind of
First
with you. Which one though?
2 or 1?
3 was the correct
on an
answer. All right.
On an arcade? Nah, dude. The old school one on the arcade was dope. The real people rendered into the scene.
Yeah.
That was the one.
They still had real people rendered in 3.
I thought
3
they
was.
changed
I
the way
think
it
3
looked
was
on
the
3.
last one they did that for. But it had all of the characters. That's the one that they had everyone for.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3. Yeah. That's the one I remember in the arcade. It was 3.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying if you're gonna have one as a cabinet forever, it would be
3.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking for me, Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong. Oh,
Gotta go Donkey Kong.
You know what?
Was Donkey Kong ever in the arcades? I don't remember that being in the arcade.
Yeah.
Wait,
what
what?
you talking about?
Bradley, what?
Talking about, son.
I'm just saying that. I don't remember. Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
Jeez. Was it in the arcade?
Oh, actually. So get Bradley out of here.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, it was definitely an arcade machine before it was anything else, right?
Yeah.
And they did play some homages to that in the Mario movie too. So
Nice.
looking
You
forward.
know what did a really good job with that? Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
The first one at the very least, but Breaks the Internet was still a good movie.
I forgot that was even a
Break
thing.
the Internet was that a Wreck-It Ralph movie?
Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph
Or was that-
Breaks
or
the
with
Internet.
the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet. That's Wreck-It Ralph. That's Wreck-It Ralph too. It was a really good movie. I actually enjoyed that. So,
My daughter
Sparky
only watches
says.
the first one.
Space Invaders was one of the first games I had on the Game Boy. Ooh, buddy. Yep.
Nice.
I have my OG Game Boy over there in the corner.
Oh man, the Zelda Link to the Past or something like that. That was one of the first games I played on a Game Boy, and it was probably one of the best games I ever played ever. That was such a good game.
Yeah. Okay. So you're getting ready to learn something about me. I'm a Zelda fanatic, right? Like I even have all the art books. I have all the Hyrule Historia entries, and I know the timeline. I'm one of those people, right? So
that's cool.
Yeah,
Great game. It's a great
great series.
Yeah, great series, whatever it's called. It's I played pretty much every single one from Super Nintendo to Twilight Princess, and then I fell off.
You didn't play Breath of the Wild?
I didn't play Breath of the Wild, never got a Switch. And here's why. I got the Wii U and I loved it, and I played the Zelda on that. And then they discontinued the Wii U and the Wii, and then they came out with the Wii U. I bought the Wii U waiting for a Zelda to come out, and never did.
Here's a little fun fact for you, Joe.
Consoles again. So I said, Nintendo, I'm not buying any more consoles.
little fun fact for you, Joe. Breath of the Wild came out on the Wii U.
But like way later, right? Like
nope. Day and date.
It came out at the same time.
Really? On the Wii U? Yep. I guess by then I already signed it off. Like I bought the Wii U, and 2 years later I still only had one game for it. 2 years later, I had 50 games. And then I heard the game, the Switch was coming out, and I said, "Really? I'm not buying another console from these people ever again." And then they come out with the best console must-have ever, right after I give up on it. I don't know. I might get a Switch at one point.
You know, fun little fact. I've never owned a Nintendo home console. I did have the old black and white Game Boy, but I played my Donkey Kong on the ColecoVision.
ColecoVision, there you go.
Sir. Yep.
And when you say black and white, you meant green and black.
Green and green, yeah.
green and green and other shades of green.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like, did you guys see what was going on with Breath of the Wild 2? I know Bradley's up in arms because it's a $70 game. He's the only one though. What about?
I've tested my theory around work, and I had to like walk back out slowly.
Yeah, you got it. You Homer Simpson that, didn't you?
I'm alone in the dark in that.
Yeah,
yeah. If there's a game that's going to be worth its price tag, it's going to be a Zelda.
Yeah, it's going to be Breath of the Wild.
I'm discovering that.
Tears of the Kingdom
the hard way.
Yep.
$7 is still a lot for any game, but it'll be worth it. A lot more than other games will.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. I believe Breath of the Wild could have been $70, and most people would have not blinked an eye. Most people. Timothy says that he's looking forward to the competition. And Angry Monday, welcome to the stream, says, happy Saturday, everyone. Galaga cabinet all the way.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Angry Monday, happy Saturday.
Stolo says, I own a legit Miss Pac-Man cabinet with a main board, and my son has the Terminator arcade one up. It is okay, but the full-size cabinet is the way to go if you can afford it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have a next door neighbor who he builds cabinets and does the Raspberry Pi ones.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah.
I saw somebody on a YouTube video that completely built and did an amazing job with the graphics and everything, and I was like, "Dag, man, I wish I was handy like that."
Yeah, like I said, if I had room in this office, and I might actually still find a way to do it, jimmy it in here. But if I had room in this office, there would be an arcade cabinet all day, without a question. And Stolo says, gotta have a working coin door. Yeah, you gotta open it up, press the button.
Very niche market now if someone's making video game cabinets like that. I'm sure you could stay in business for it. I'm sure there's enough fans of that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm sure there's enough. Like,
I'd make a coin door, but I'd make it work with my Samsung Pay, my Apple Pay. I would just go over to the coin door and I would tap my phone on there, and it would be
and
like
you're paying
25
yourself.
cents.
You're paying yourself though, right? Because
Hey.
you have it at your house.
It's
I
his
always gotta-
savings account.
It's
his
a
savings
savings account.
Yeah, you gotta pay yourself first. That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's what I keep getting told. It's never been my life, but yeah, I want one of those coins that you tie a rope to. You put it in and just yank it back out. Right?
The old timey coins that they had in those movies with the rapscallion kids.
Yeah, exactly. Shepan says, I'd love to have King of Dragons or Altered Beast machines. Heck yeah.
Oh, Altered Beast, man. Bring back memories.
You know what I would love, but I would suck at it, is the Dragon's Lair. I always, man, when I used to go to the arcade and see that game, man, I would want to play it so bad, but I failed incredibly hard on that game.
So I feel like I have the modern version of this because I have a VR headset and I do all this, but Time Crisis, right?
That was a fun game, man.
I would do Time Crisis as well if I could, or the Jurassic. If I had the room, right, the space, I would do one of those like Jurassic Park rail shooters where you kind of sit in the car and you have to shoot from inside the car. That's always fun.
Yeah.
Jamie says N64, Mario, and GoldenEye. I love those until you go back and play them. Mario 64 holds up. GoldenEye definitely doesn't. Go check that out on the Switch and let me know if it's as good as you remember it. Stepan says Bradley at Bungie. Can you imagine they're charging $70 for the game? Bungie, $70, huh?
That's
Bradley,
different.
oh no, backing away.
That's not my theory. Not my theory. If they would release a newer console and charge $70 like everyone else has, I would be all for that.
Dude,
my problem is that they're charging $70 on something that's like 8 years old. Right,
bro. Anybody looking at Tears of the Kingdom is not looking at that extra $10 going, nope, that's where I draw the line. Nope, they're take my money, please. Especially after seeing that like merge mechanic. Did you guys see what was going on with the new trailer?
No.
Oh yeah, I saw the Build-A-Bear.
Yeah, you can effectively fuse your weapons with other things in the world to make different things happen. So cool.
Please explain.
Cool. So, like for instance, they took arrows and they merged an eyeball with the arrow, and then the arrow started tracking enemies because it could see where the enemies were.
Oh, very cool. He just gouges out someone's eye to use for his arrow.
Oh yeah, no, and you do it in real time too. You see
what game is this?
His master sword just like pop out eyeballs.
What kind of game is this?
This is Zelda?
Yeah, that's Tears of the Kingdom.
Yep.
You can take pieces of wood and merge them together, and then take fans that you see out in the world and like make a makeshift like boat. It is super cool. You guys should go see the gameplay trailer if you can.
You know what's good about the success of the Mario movie? It pretty much ensures the Zelda movie to happen.
You would think so, but I mean, how long did it take? How long did it take after Detective Pikachu to come out with Mario movie? Because Detective Pikachu
like a bit of a long time, but in Hollywood time, maybe it isn't that long. I'm just saying, like they have to be aware at this point, like how much money they'd be leaving on the table if they don't do it. So
well,
I guess they're just gonna hold off.
Money.
Joe, there's one thing that I say, and I say a lot, is that Nintendo doesn't like money.
Yeah, I guess there's a
Nintendo doesn't like.
There's an
money.
argument to be made there as well.
Yeah, like legitimately, there is no other organization on the planet that has as many lovable IPs outside of Disney as Nintendo.
Yeah.
And they're just now getting into movies again. Get out of here. Matthew says he'd have a Contra machine. Welcome to the
Nice.
stream, Matthew, by the way. I'm not sure I saw you earlier in here. And it looks like Timothy agrees. Contra. Contra 1, 2, or did they came out with a Contra 3, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah, Contra 3. Yeah,
Existing,
Contra
I
3.
just- I don't
That's
think
the
I-
one on the SNES. That's the one I remember.
Is that on ColecoVision too?
Contra 3 or Contra 1?
Contra at all? It's Contra.
I don't remember.
Is it that long ago, or is that more of like a Super Nintendo era?
I think it's a Super Nintendo era game. I don't think it ever came out for the ColecoVision, and it doesn't look like it based off of what I'm seeing. I did a double check. Joe, I'm gonna zoom in on you. Can you talk us through your process right now?
Oh, Joe, that's coming along great, man.
See, it's starting to look a little like the artwork now. A little. This, to me, I guess this will come up. This will come alive for real with the textures. And from this point forward, I think pretty much it's locked in. I think I have. What I usually like to do is just have geometry where I know it needs to be for every element, like the eye, the teeth, the head, the arms, the feet, the claws, the shells. Wherever there is something that needs to be geo, get it in. I don't care what it looks like, just get it in. That will be a representation of that form. And when I get to it, I'll make it look a lot better. But now I think I've gotten past that point. I think everything's here that needs to be. So now it's just a matter of finessing every form to get it to match what I see in the artwork. And, you know, I want to do like 90% of what I see and then just like infuse 10% of what I feel like. You know, I'm not going to be a slave to it and hate myself if it doesn't look perfect. But as long as it has the essence of what I'm looking at, I want to do Alex Palma justice. You know, I don't want to hand him a 3D model of garbage. I want his artwork to shine through, but I also want my style to shine through as well. So I'll take some liberties. But yeah, that's all I'm doing right now is just finessing every piece of geo I drop in, and this is what takes the longest part. It's just getting it to look right.
I'm good, man.
See, in the art, I can't quite see if there's tongues. There might not be, but they could be inside, just like, you know, small. Well, that's like a decision. Do I put a tongue in there? Do I have it sticking out? And also, there's like, I don't know if you could see. Let's see. See, and there's no tongues. There's a lot going on the body that I can't quite make out. Like there's claws coming out of nowhere, and I don't know what it's supposed to be or what they are. It looks like there's only 4 legs in total, but then there's weird claws that could be the 6 legs. Well, I'm trying to figure this out as I go, and I can't twist this shit in space to see what's underneath. So I got to make it up. I gotta figure that out, or just fake it. And that's basically what I'm trying to decide what's gonna happen next. And then once I get it all in, then it's just fine tuning and adding all that good detail that he's got.
Yeah, it's coming along though. It's looking good.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's coming along. Oh. Don't know how I got to the left side. Shapan says, as a fan of seafood, anyone got a large enough grill? You know what's so funny? And I don't know how I ended up stumbling on this yesterday. There's an entire Facebook group on crabs and crustaceans. I don't know how I fell into that. And it was just crab memes. I ended up in a dark part of the internet.
I'm happy you made it back.
I did. Barely, though. Barely. So yeah, guys, we are getting to the top of the hour here. Not quite there yet, but just as a reminder, guys, to put your finishing touches for the things that you guys are working on today. And this is a good reminder for everybody who is watching us on stream right now. Go ahead and drop us a like in the stream. That helps us out a lot. If this is your first time here and you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that little sub button. As a reminder for anybody who's new coming in right now, we do have a Sculpt-along competition going on. All the rules and everything will be listed in the Discord. I'm going to drop another link to our Discord here.
Later this week, before the weekend is out, but the theme is Doom, and all you have to worry about now is start picking your character and sculpting. I'll make sure the thing is listed.
Yep. And so, what are people getting at the end of this competition? The winner gets a what?
A Dell workstation.
Wow.
Awesome.
Sponsored by Intel. Thank you, Intel.
At least provided by Intel. Yeah.
It's not too shabby.
Thank you, Intel. All right, great. So I went ahead and I dropped the link to the Discord in the chat if you guys have not already done so. It's a great community too. Above and beyond anything with just the with just the competition, there's a lot of helpful folks on there. So it always blows me away to see the art that a lot of you guys post on there. So also, if you would like to support the channel, buying merch is the best way to do that. Go on over to the stylusleague.com and pick up a t-shirt, a hat, a hoodie. A little too hot for a hoodie here in Florida, but if you got somewhere cold that you're going, might help you out. Mug. Man, I was surprised as to how much I actually like this mug. It's different.
Surprised. We spent a long time picking all of that.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd be surprised.
Guys, I actually made it. So, but
more importantly, I don't know why you would say that you were surprised.
I was surprised because it's so big. It's so different. I actually really like it. Quite a bit.
I don't know about you, but it makes my coffee taste better.
It makes my coffee taste better as well.
Hey, Bradley.
I hate you.
He finished it. He corrected himself.
Hey, in my defense, I've only known you for what, like 6 years? How long have I known you? I don't know.
A long ass time.
Long enough to know what your name is. Hey, Bradley. How does your coffee taste in there? You don't have one yet. You don't have one yet.
In Bradley's defense, once again, Bradley's is at my house right now. Okay, he has one.
It's not like you guys live in the same state or anything. It's okay.
It's a big state, brother.
All true.
It's a big
it's
state.
only getting smaller.
That's true too.
Not landmass wise.
Nope.
All right. So, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say pencils up.
All right.
Let's see where everybody's landed for the day. Let's go ahead and start off with Bradley.
No.
Who did not?
This is bothering me. I just got scale this head down. It's bothering the hell out of me.
Jeez, this guy would have failed the SATs.
I would have. All right, we're good. All right.
All right, show us where you started today and where you ended. Bradley. All right.
Hey, are you still working?
He is still working. Can you
Hey,
believe that?
come on, man. You know what pencils up means? Down. Up.
I started with this today. This is where I started.
Give us a little rotate. Give us a little rotation.
All this Z-sphere goodness. Started here, and then I went to this, and then I'm here.
Nice. Can you talk us through a little bit of the process getting to this?
Oh shit, I gotta move this up. Just basically getting in the shape of it.
There's some really cool hard surface bits that I need to make for the Hell Knight. I need to make sure my shape language is there. Like I really don't have any right now. Like there's some curvature I need to add, but so far, based off of 2 hours, I'm happy where I landed.
Yeah, it's looking good. Excited to see what it ends up looking like. Timothy says, I love starting out with Z spheres for a block out most of the time. Thanks. Yeah, looking good. Like where you've landed with that so far. Mike, what about you?
Yeah, I same deal. Just kind of been figuring it out. So split apart my pieces. All of my groups are probably pretty trashed right now, but it's okay because I'll go in and Z remesh all that later. Started figuring out my little guy face down there. And,
that face reminds me, I'm talking about Mario, maybe. It reminds me of the little sun in Mario 3 that chases you around.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking the Teletubby sun, but yeah, sure.
Let me see where your splits are. Where'd you split? Like, where'd you separate the mesh into different tools?
So
okay, there. Okay.
This is one thing. This is a thing. The base is a thing.
And do you have where you started, Mike? Where you started the stream?
Yeah, it was. So this is the adaptive skin. This, if I turn off the adaptive skin, come on. Where is it? This is the Z sphere. If I can figure out where adaptive, oh, there it is. Turn this off. So this was the Z sphere.
Okay.
Yeah. So it started off like this, and then turned into this, and now it is this thing right here. So for 2 hours of work, I'm not mad at this. You know,
I'm not mad at it at all.
It's looking good.
Yeah. Are you going to keep the same pose when you?
Well, I can't wait to break symmetry actually, because this pose is like ridiculous right now. Keeping him in symmetry kind of is not fun. But yeah, when I pose him, it's going to look way better. You know, this is all way too straight for me. It's super boring right now. But I'll put a nice big heavy S curve into it and twist his body. He's got like a hip twist, and his head is kind of like pushing down towards the guy that he wants to murder, I think.
Can I get that action one more time?
Like this. It goes like this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So.
All right. What about you, Joe?
I don't know how you guys are showing where you started. I mean, if I go back in history all the way, it's only going to show that subtools history. So
it was a ball. It started as a ball.
I started with
a ball. With a ball.
Yep. A singular sphere.
Here. And
Dope Pope with the low key flex.
I'm not used to showing my work history, so I didn't do it that way. But yeah, I'm just still trying to get those forms in that I see in the art, and not so much make it look like a beautiful piece of finish yet. And there's still a lot that I can see based on this that I need to fix. But that's what takes me forever.
It's good.
Do you want to splash up the reference?
Yeah.
It looks like the reference.
It looks like the reference. Yeah.
I'm getting what I see there, and then I just gotta do that. The spatial relations, like what everything it looks like next to the thing it's next to, and if it's sized correctly and all that. I want to pay attention to. It's funny. He was asking. Bradley was asking about how you sectionalized your model and what was important. I feel like I do that according to what I know I'm going to need a lot of resolution for. So the head always gets its own subtool because I'm going to need tons of resolution for that.
Yeah.
And and basically Probably you could do a leg in one, but sometimes I'll break them into 3 just because I know I'm going to add a lot of detail in spots. But yeah, I tend to chop everything up because you could always merge it back. So I always like chop it into as many pieces as I can, just in case. And then you could always merge it back if you screw it up or if you don't need that extra res. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Looking forward to making it look beautiful one of these days.
Yeah, look again. It's already looking like the reference. So, starting off with a sphere to where you are now, it's looking good, man.
Yeah, no doubt. I can't wait to see when you get the little details on the crab legs and stuff. That's gonna look dope.
Yeah, that's the fun stuff. And
Yeah.
that's, and I won't start that until I know the forms are on point. Like right now, I'm looking at it and I can see everything's a little scraggly compared to the art. It's a little skinny, but you just fatten that back up.
Yeah. All right. Great work. Again, as I mentioned, there is the Sculpt-along competition. Rules and everything are going to be submitted into our Discord a little bit later this week. But it is a Sculpt-along. The theme is Doom. You have 2 months to go ahead and get something out there to us. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and drop a like on the stream, subscribe to the channel, buy some merch as we keep throwing out, keeps the lights on over here at the Stylus League. And with all that being said, thank you guys for coming out for this week's stream, and we will catch you in the next one. Take it easy.
Thanks, guys.
Take care.
Peace.